Hi traders, thanks for stopping by thetradinganalyst.com. This is Taylor and we're going to take a look at the major ETFs starting with the S&P 500, Dow Jones, NASDAQ, as well as the IWM Russell 2000. And I'm going to give my analysis and thought process, and you're going to walk away from this video with some newfound knowledge on technical analysis, as well as hopefully some profitable trade ideas based off of this analysis video. But first, if you're not already a member at thetradinganalyst.com, go ahead and give us a visit on the homepage of the website and get to know us a little bit better. If you like these free videos and analysis that we give to you on a daily basis, it's really nothing in comparison to the membership you get once you sign up with that premium membership. Once you sign up with the premium membership, you're going to get instant access to the profitable trade alerts that our current members are getting on a daily and weekly basis. It's a great opportunity, and we'd love to start giving you some winning trades in the market. All right, so let's take a look at the S&P 500 to start. Very bullish action overall. We have support right here at about 2509 on the S&Ps. Even bigger support down here at about 2480 right there, and that 2480 matches up really well with this uptrend line that you can see started here in April, got a bounce here in May, almost a bounce there, several bounces here in August, and we haven't hit it since. So if we do head lower, this is going to be a really great buying opportunity right around 2480 against this previous resistance, which is now support, as well as that uptrend line right here. The 50-day moving average, the red line right there, is also support right there. So definitely if we do head lower, I'd be looking for a bounce zone around that area. I do think that we haven't gotten really any short signal, but I do think the market is a little overheated. At this time we could trade sideways for a little bit, potentially see a little bit of a retrace here. Obviously, overall, still very, very bullish here. Not calling for any kind of a correction or anything like that. But another thing I want to point out is the RSI up here. Again, this is not a short signal. This is just an indicator. If you short or go long based off of RSI alone, you're going to have a bad time. Okay. But with that said, it's still a useful tool to kind of show you when the market is potentially a little overheated. So we're up here in the 80s on the RSI. You can see last time we were here right there, you can see that marked a short-term top. Obviously we ended up going way higher after, but we're just talking about the near term here, that for about a month we headed lower right there. So another time is right here. We kind of just traded sideways for a bit, and you can see we bounced higher after that. You can see, let me get this out of the way, right here we were up here at that 80 RSI right here. You can see that clearly right here. You can see we saw a nice little decline right there. Again, obviously after every time we end up heading higher, so it should be used as a buyable dip as we get if we get that lower prices, but definitely not personally looking for heavy longs here at this moment. I think the market has broken out quite a bit here, and we need to kind of be selective in the stocks that we're looking at, just because of the factor that the market is in an overheated state just here in the short term. So we'll see if this materializes to anything. Again, this isn't some kind of a short signal or anything like that. Just something to kind of be aware of as you move forward. The next one we're going to take a look at is the Dow Jones. I'm going to spend a lot less time on this because it's very, very similar here. Just go over the main levels. 224 is going to be that support that you want to look for. It's previous resistance right there. You can clearly see that for about a week and a half. We traded against that level. So now that we're above it, that level is going to be a level of support. And then again, around 220, 221, you can see it was previous resistance right there, right there. So that level is going to be a level of support as well. Next, we're going to move on to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ here, looking very bullish here. I think that the NASDAQ, if I'm looking for longs, I like the NASDAQ the most at the moment because it was kind of lagging the other major ETFs in the S&P and the Dow Jones and in the breakout to new all-time highs. So while the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 were breaking out to new all-time highs, the NASDAQ was still below this resistance. And so not only that, but it created more of a coil. Okay, and what I mean by that is a coil is, you can see we traded sideways here for quite some time before eventually breaking out. So I think it has more built up energy for a move higher. So as far as longs, I favor the stocks that are in the heavily weighted technology sector of the NASDAQ. Next, we're going to cover the IWM. IWM, you can clearly see that we're trading sideways right here. You know, is this a bull flag and we're going to break higher, or is it showing some kind of a reversal? So what you want to look for is a break outside of this little range here. And I'll draw this little box for you so that you can see it. So right here, once we break that box to the upside or the downside, you can look for a move in either direction. So we break the lower end of the box, and then we can expect a little bit of a downside. And obviously, if we do head lower, this is a very viable dip. You know, we have a lot of way to go until we even reach the 20-day simple moving average. So very, very bullish here for IWM. But in the short term, we could potentially be seeing some downside if we break that box to the downside. You know, looking at RSI, you know, we're at 90 RSI, and you can see the last couple times it's gotten at this level, we've gotten a little bit of a downside pull or a sideways pull. So, and the other thing too about the IWM is that we didn't really have any, you know, a move up and then a sideways trading and then the next move higher. We pretty much went straight up since the middle of August. You know, do you see many red days right here? I certainly don't. So it's getting a little overheated at this moment, and I do think that at this point, right now, where we're at, that it's more likely that we break to the downside out of this. And again, if we do break to the downside, I think it's a buyable dip. But in the meantime, short term, I do think that we're quite overheated here on IWM. So let's see if we get some kind of a gap down out of this range. Another thing you want to note too is we did get that gap down here on Friday. Obviously, we still closed within this range here. But if we get a gap down out of this range on Monday, to me, that's going to be a short signal. So be looking for a break of, let's call it this low right here. The low of that day is 149.33. So a break of about 149, and that's going to be a short signal to head lower for IWM. So thank you for stopping by and watching this video, everyone. Again, if you're not already a member at thetradinganalyst.com, visit us on the homepage of the website, get to know us better, and then sign up for that premium membership. As soon as you sign up with the premium membership, you're going to get instant access to the profitable trade alerts that our current members are loving and getting on a daily and weekly basis. It's a great opportunity, and we'd love to start helping you make winning trades in the market.